good, y'all? This your boy Black G92 back on here to give y'all another reaction. Like I told y'all, tonight I'm going to do a reaction to another Watch Mojo countdown video titled Top 20 Strongest Anime Characters of Each Year from 2001 till 2020. So shout out to the person that gave me this countdown video to react to. Let me see what is going to be on this countdown in about 3, 2, 1.
This is Ashley with Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 strongest anime characters of each year.
Okay. I guarantee it's probably a lot that probably left off the list. Talk about power up. For this list, we're going to be looking over the most powerful heroes and villains to emerge from a decade's worth of anime, from 2001 all the way to 2020. Okay. Think we skipped out on a worthy OP champion? Let us know in those comments. Sure, probably
as
a
always,
lot.
You can catch me on Twitter
I'm
at
quite sure those that's
so
really
head over
into
there,
this
give me a follow, and let me know which anime list you want to see next. 2001, Yugioh Hanma, Baki the Grappler.
Unable to match his unshakable victor's mentality. He knows he's the strongest. He knows he's the greatest. And no one has ever proven otherwise.
He's known as the strongest creature for a reason. With a love of fighting and indulging in whatever personal pleasures he happens to desire at the time, Baki's father isn't so much a combatant as he is an unstoppable force capable of breaking anything, even earthquakes.
Damn, he's as strong as shit. Yeah, you would not want to
say what you will about his capabilities as a father, no one is better when it comes to arriving on the scene and leaving countless bodies.
Let me guess, he's probably a piece of shit father. Based on how you described it, based on that description, but a great fighter. That's what it seems like most cases with these sort of anime or like TV shows. It'd be like a shitty father, but great at one thing. I mean, there's one thing that's great about them, but as far as everything else, just lacking. It might not be fatherhood. It'd probably be something else. But I was just talking about just in general, like in shows like these, in a show like this per se. But it looks interesting. I'm gonna have to find out if it's available somewhere online, if I can stream it.
In his wake.
Does it? It looks good. The fact is pretty action packed.
What man can push back 100 people?
A dude with python's
2002.
arms.
How? Shaman King.
Yeah, you can definitely tell this one came out
Seeking
in the
to
2000s.
stand at the top of the food chain as the greatest shaman of all, there's nothing Hao won't burn in order to reach his goals. Aside from reincarnating himself twice over to ensure his continued participation in the shaman tournament, Hao's true strength stems from the spirit of fire that serves as his guardian ghost, a hulking spirit that can torch through pretty much everything and switch elemental types should he so choose.
Interesting. Set of powers. You would think twice before tangling with that guy as well.
The man wants his crown and will happily crawl out of hell as many times as it takes in order to get it. 2003, Kira Yamato, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed.
I've heard about this show. Never sat around to watch it.
There may be far more charismatic pilots out there in the Gundamverse, but when it comes to bringing the thunder, there's no topping Kira Jesus Yamato. And no, we're not talking about his ability to instantly steal someone's girl, though that may as well be a new type of ability by this point.
Well, damn, so you took it from last year? Shit.
able to rapidly adapt and process information, even
Talk
in
about a confession. That would definitely break a man's heart if they had to hear it from that girl, like, telling them, oh, I was in this dude's room last night, right in front of him. Like, that is the worst reveal he ever get. Like, I wonder if he's able to bounce back from it. Like, dude was able to bounce back from that confession. I
heat
wonder.
of battle, Kira's capabilities as a pilot continue to surpass those around him, making him a one-man army long before he had something as devastating as the Strike Freedom Gundam in his possession.
I have to sit through this fucking commercial.
Blue, take
Great.
it. Boom.
Gotta get your ad revenue first, I suppose.
I have lost 25 pounds with you.
I've lost 97 pounds.
Okay. We don't want to hear about your stories about how much what you lost. I don't want to hear that. Right
2004, Halakti, the creator of light, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters.
And now I give you the creator of light! What? Impossible!
I had no idea that Yu-Gi-Oh! continued on.
While only appearing for
never.
a brief moment,
Oh, yeah,
you have to
never.
give this holy being credit. After all, it's the combination of all three Egyptian gods fused into a single entity. And if you know how strong Obelisk, Slifer, and Ra are,
Yeah.
that's saying a lot.
Them three gods are OP as fuck. And
It also casually wiped out Zorg like he was nothing, a monster with such strength that he was able to take down Exodia with nothing more than his dragon genitalia. And all
Goddamn.
Halakti had to do was show up and start blasting.
eh,
Darkness, be gone!
I'm
2000.
about to add something else to it. But by the way, well, I'm gonna wait till like it gets into this little countdown to describe the show. But like them three cards right there, aside things, Obelisk, Ra, and the other motherfucker, I forgot the name. Like those are some vintage cards back in the day. If you had those cards back then when you was a kid, when they was out, when it was popular, you was the shit. If you know anything about collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards, if you had them three cards, you was that dude.
5. Kami Tenshi. Tenshi Moyo Ryo-Ohki.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing this for.
Don't
Go
you
on,
just
6 years
hate
ago.
it when you're trying to build your harem, but things keep going sideways because you've got a god living inside you?
Nah.
Essentially Tenshi's future,
Eh.
divine form. This ascended state
This
is
one was
so
shit.
beyond the pale that its mere existence can cause the end of all things. As seen when Tenshi nearly went god mode earlier than predicted.
俺は君自身を解決しなきゃならない。でも、どうすればいいかわからないよ。
I think it's safe to say that the day he does get released, the whole universe will become Tenshi's harem.
Basically. That's the interesting thing about this season.
2006, Haruka Kaminogi. 9. To your other self.
お願い、ユウのお母さんここへ戻して。
While we were very much tempted to put Haruhi Suzumiya here, the truth is, Haruka is just a tad more powerful. If only for the fact that, as the ultimate observer, she has a shred more control over her dimension-shattering abilities.
何？時が止まった。
The laws of time and space are so hell-bent on serving and protecting her that by merely wishing for a person to disappear, Haruka's will ensures that every parallel universe will twist itself apart to enact her wishes. Not the kind of omnipotence you want to give a high schooler with anxiety issues.
Yeah.
返してよ。
Recipe for disaster.
みんなを返して。
Because things can easily go wrong.
2007, Anti-Spiral, Guren Lagann.
Oh yeah, I seen
Just
this last
exactly
year
as you
on
suspect,
Netflix.
Lord, you know. They are being held prisoner in extra-dimensional space.
This was an
While
awesome
it was
show.
eventually beaten back by Simon and the rest,
Yeah?
that was only due to
Simon.
the collective spiral power of mankind merging together into a singular giant robot. The anti-spiral itself nearly caused universal genocide in its pursuit to prevent the arrival of the spiral nemesis.
Your actions are baffling, Irregular. Why do you resist us so?
Just by willing it, this godlike being can shift dimensions, create multiple Big Bangs, and turn itself into a beast the size of whole galaxies just to throw down.
Yeah,
Team Daiguren are really lucky they only had to deal with one.
Yeah, imagine 2 more of those things. It would have been no chance they would blow up this.
2008, Accelerator, a certain magical index. There's a lot of espers in Academy City, most of which are C tier at best and not worthy of our attention. And then there's Accelerator, one of only a handful of level 5 espers around. In his debut, this psychic bad boy truly didn't give a damn about anyone or anything, on account that he could bend it to his will.
Yeah, it could easily go bad. Whoa. Yeah, talk about a power.
With his vectors able to cripple everyone in sight and even make gravity his punching bag, Accelerator was borderline unstoppable, to the point where the only way to stop him was to enlist a guy with a cheat code as a power-up.
Well, cheat codes always work.
2009, Beatrice, Umineko, When They Cry. There really is no point in trying to stand up to the Golden Witch, on account that she can make both your life and death a living hell if she so chooses. Whimsical and sadistic in equal measure, messing around with human minds and the rules of reality is paltry to someone like Beatrice. She is capable of ensnaring anyone in illusions, summoning demons, controlling life and death as she sees fit, and when she really wants to bring out the big guns, she always has those shoulder towers. Can't call yourself a witch if you aren't flashy.
Yeah.
2010, Father, Full Metal Alchemist
I've heard a lot of good
Brotherhood.
things about this.
神を手に入れた私は今や手のひらで太陽を作ることさえ可能なんだ。
Guess when
Goddamn.
you swallow God, it affords you quite a few perks, going
Yeah.
from the dwarf in the flask, all the way to the singular, most powerful being in creation. The father of the homunculus, at least for a moment, commanded the rules of alchemy to his liking.
術は封じたよ。
Conjuring a son, disabling a person's ability to use alchemy, summoning the bodies of the dead, Father's final incarnation sure came with a neat bag of tricks. Too bad for him, he was
Sounds
only
like
able to hold on to that power for a fleeting amount of time.
I definitely gotta check out the show.
2011, Maruka, Magicka. No magical girl will ever reach the heights that this little cherub did. Afforded one wish by the conniving Kyubey in exchange for becoming a power source destined to die, Maruka exploits the ultimate loophole by wishing for the end of all witches before they appear.
Well, damn.
もう絶望する必要なんてない。
This act not only spares her fellow magical girls from their cruel fates, but causes the universe to rewrite itself, on account of Maruka's newfound godlike power. When you force reality to a hard reset, and continually alter history as it's being written, you've officially become the apex.
Yeah,
だって魔法少女
basically.
もさ、夢と希望を叶えるんだから。
Interesting. Like wish.
2012,
Pretty sure it
Misogyny
goes-
Kumagawa.
熊川メダカちゃん久しぶり。
Well, damn. Wonder I wonder what caused him to get so much blood on his
The
face.
last thing you want is to give power to undo creation to someone a little on the loopy side. In spite of his chipper disposition, Kumagawa is an empty individual who sees such things as life, death, and bloody murder as things to be played with, which he is fully capable of doing on account of all fiction, a minus that allows him to undo any aspect of reality and banish it forever.
青あいにくその色はもう空っぽだ。
Damn.
Taking on an abnormal who gets all his powers from artistry, he just uncreated every color until all that's left is black and white. It's just that simple for Kumagawa.
ふざけるなこんな色あせた世界に何の意味がある
2013, Izayoi Sakamaki. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they?
ではおとなしく降参すると
バカ言えギャラリーが黙っちゃいねえぜ
Any guy can find themselves stranded in a fantasy world with monsters at every turn, but it takes someone truly special to be able to flatten them all with some homegrown psychic powers. Thrown into the gift games, Izayoi stands as the ace in the hole for his group, mainly due to how he's able to punch out gods and demons of every shape and size.
まあなかなかだったぜお前
Strong kick. Yeah, that dragon is KO.
He may be a little basic, but the results speak for themselves. You certainly want
Not the
someone like
most-
him in your corner when that sea
stand out
serpent comes a
character
calling.
design,
来ねえならこっちから行くぜ
2014, Meruem, Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter, Hunter. Oh,
そ
let
こ
me see
から
how
の
let me see how much time we got been on this motherfucker. Damn, let's go ahead and keep on going. Let's go ahead and keep on going.
お坊は時間にして1分に満たなかったが
While his journey from nameless monster to an empathetic being capable of love is truly the most powerful aspect of Meruem's character, there's no escaping the fact he's also the king of chimera ants. And that means he's really good when it comes to slaying hunters.
頼むからその前に成功は果ててくれるなよ
Borderline indestructible with a genius-level intellect, Meruem needs nothing more than his hands to brutally finish off his opponents, even when taking on the full weight of Netaro's Nen-fueled giant multi-armed construction. The king is able to brush it all off and get right down to chopping off limbs.
Damn.
素晴らしい一撃であった
It's like no scratch on this guy.
When I was your age, I used to have to fight every day. This world ain't never had no respect for Richard Williams. But they
Alright.
gonna respect y'all.
Alright. Well, I would sit through and watch this preview because it looks interesting.
2015, Saitama, One Punch Man.
One Punch Man. Another one I've heard about. I figured he would be on the list. 'cause-
Whether you're a villain, alien, robot, cosmic juggernaut, prehistoric super centipede, or literally anything else, all it takes is a single swing from this man to end things. Blessed, or cursed if you ask him, with unparalleled strength, there's no one out there capable of withstanding what Saitama can dish out.
Damn, one punch.
With a casual tap, he can leave someone buried in the ground, and when he gets serious, he can part the ozone layer due to the magnitude of his punch. You almost have to feel sorry for the Monster Association by this point.
必殺マジシリーズマジ殴り
Definitely got the benches. Gotta add this on the bench list.
2016, Zeno, Dragon Ball Super.
Well, super.
こんな世界消えちゃえ
Just when you thought the multiverse had run out of supreme beings, along comes this little jelly bean. As the
fuck?
Omni King, the childlike Zeno stands as the deadliest creature to ever exist.
Really?
Why? Because with a tap of its finger, it can erase an entire universe from existence.
Goddamn. Zeno's as strong as shit, man. Damn, unreal. But
That
then
level
again,
of
this
power
is-
goes well beyond your average Super Saiyan. It's hard to tell if its innocent nature is a facade for omnipotent intellect. or it truly is the most dangerous kid to ever exist,
I think
one who
it's the
even makes
former.
the gods of destruction quake in fear.
I think it's the former.
2017,
Oh, damn.
Altair
Managed to make all those
recreates
people disappear. I just decided to cut off, I guess, in the fucking, whatchamacallit, space ran out. So I'm going to go ahead and continue off where I left off. Starting from here. So let's get back to it.
of destruction quake in fear.
All of them disappeared.
2017, Altair recreators.
Man, all their armor disappeared.
This is what happens when a fan character is given sentience and allowed to go on a warpath. Originally nothing more than a pseudo-Vocaloid, Altair's desire for revenge following her creator's death led her to declare war on the real world. Armed with the Holopsion, Altair isn't only capable of summoning an unlimited barrage of swords, as well as undo the abilities of her fellow creations, but when push comes to shove, can create an entire universe of her own making. Be kind to your characters.
Yeah.
2018, Goku, Dragon Ball Super.
Twice in the countdown? Damn. Well, of course, because that guy's Ultra Instinct.
We hate to cheat by having a second character from Super make the cut, but then we remember just how obscenely powerful Ultra Instinct is. After finally mastering this radiant form, Goku attained strength far beyond that of a mere Super Saiyan god, proven when he was able to wipe out the equally imposing Jiren like he were Yamcha. While we have yet to see this power revisited, it's clear that while rocking that silver hair, Goku would be able to even bring a god of destruction to their knees.
Yeah. That's what I've heard.
2019, Giorno Giovanna, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Golden Wind.
Are there two characters or is it one? Or is this like two halves of one?
Not to knock any of the other JoJos, they're all fabulously epic in their own way, but only one rose above the rest in terms of outrageous overpoweredness. Combining his stand with that of the Arrow, Giorno went from gangster to god, thanks to the reality-altering prowess of Gold Experience Requiem. Not even his vampiric father would be able to hold a candle to something that can deny a person the truth, even in death. Basically, Giorno is now a living Uno reverse card who can undo whatever is thrown at him, all before returning the favor with a million Buddhas.
Oh, man.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. 2020, Anus Voldigode, the Misfits of Demon King Academy. There are plenty of demon overlords out there, but none have the sass, the swagger, and the style to match against our boy Anos. Reincarnating himself several thousand years in the future just because he can, Anos swiftly proved himself to be leagues above the rest.
With one hand, that whole castle.
He can kill someone with his heartbeat, steps all over the rules of space-time, spins entire buildings like basketballs for fun, and lest we forget, he once uttered these now immortal words: "There truly is nothing this guy can't do."
Sounds like it. And those red eyes.
So, who do you think is the strongest character so far of 2021? Be sure to let me know on my Twitter
wouldn't have an
at
idea.
AshJBo.
But I'm quite sure they already on it, putting together like that list. And of course, the remainder of 2020s when these shows come out. But anyway, okay, that was. And we're not watching no goddamn commercials. And that was Watch Mojo's top 20 strongest anime characters of each year, 2001 to 2020. And what the fuck? We ain't watching no goddamn commercials. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold y'all up because it's probably be long as a motherfucker anyway. So I was impressed with the list, and quite a few characters that have interesting powers and such, and there's different ranges of like what are they capable of doing, and also I like how they add on the person that piloted the mech as well, like be able to like destroy other mechs in like say Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed. That was pretty interesting. It was a good mix up. It wasn't just like one type of like show whatever presented here. It's like multiple different genres and such, and it was pretty cool. And there's a couple of them that I've seen as well, but other ones, a whole bunch of them, matter of fact, have yet to sit through the series or whatever to give a full opinion. But it's pretty cool just to sit through and see what they have in store as far as this countdown. And when we direct more countdown videos like this, be sure to post them in the comment section below. And if this is your first time watching this reaction video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button. And be sure to follow me on my social media accounts, which will be posted in the description box below. And hit that donation link to my PayPal. Support your boy. You know what I mean? So got to go get this merch together and whatnot. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this reaction train coming the next 2 months. After this whole 31 days of Halloween is over with, gonna keep them videos coming. Just keep on sending me your requests as I get to them as soon as possible. It's your boy Black G92 about to sign off. Holla at your boy. Peace.
You